Namaste, beautiful souls. We are still focusing on the awakening journey, and right now what's coming through is about the mind. And the mind is so powerful. The mind has created all of this, and it keeps creating. So the more we focus awareness on the mind, the more it creates. It's like poles with spinning plates. You can have so many spinning at all at the same time, and it's just never ending creation. You are having this experience right now because thought is followed by thought, and thought is what's thinking you into existence. So what we do is we retract awareness away from the mind. We bring awareness back to the body, back into the heart, being aware of the heartbeat, being aware of the breath. The body is a wonderful portal to come back to presence where God is, and where there's this space, this emptiness of no mind. And from there's less karma, there's less cause and effect, there's less creation. So there's less things being created from fears and thought patterns based on the past, because the mind only knows itself based on the past. So it knows itself as a pattern. So it looks at past patterns, and then it goes, well, that's a past pattern, so that's what I am now, and it projects the future, which is amazing. How powerful is that? And then we become aware of this, and we go, oh, okay, well, I'm going to feed less energy to the mind. I'm going to bring awareness to the body. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to feel. I'm going to observe. I'm going to be present in this moment, and use the body as the portal to the presence. And then there's less energy fed to the mind, and the karmic wheel slows down, and there's less that's being created. And you get to this space where, instead of this like strong egoic mind and desire to like make more happen, which is often based on fear, it's often like there's a lack inside, so I need to manifest something to cover the lack. Or there's a feeling of being scared or worried about the future, so we got to create something to not have that feeling. So the more and more you retract awareness from the mind and come into stillness in the present moment, the more your mind actually becomes less weak and everywhere and just creating from fear, and it actually becomes a stronger, like healthier, present mind, where it becomes a really good friend of yours, because it's observing you, conscious God awareness in the body, and you become, it supports, it becomes a friend, and it starts to support. It's a wonderful feeling to work with the mind, and that's what it's all about. If you're listening to this, then it's not about resisting or trying to push away the mind. It's about having the awareness of the mind, and through that awareness of the mind, you come back home to God. It's so funny, because there's unity, there's God consciousness, there's oneness, and then the mind is created, there's the mind. And so because there's the mind, there's the duality, there's the polarity, there's this earthly experience. And then some of us get to a point where we go, oh, whoa, I've had enough suffering, or I've just had enough of just this. There's got to be something more. And we start asking the deeper questions. And it's those deeper questions then that lead us to coming back to unity. And the way back to unity is through the mind. So we leave unity through the mind, and we enter back to unity through the mind. So this is why many teachers say, be aware of that in which you're resisting and that of which you're attaching to. Because if you're resisting something, that means you're creating a block and you're not allowing what is. And then also, if you're attaching to something, you're also creating a different type of frequency block. And so you're also not allowing the flow of life to happen. So the way back home to God is to allow what is happening, whatever happens, even if it's uncomfortable, and just to observe, to keep observing. You are the observer. You are that awareness. So even being aware of attaching to what I'm saying. You don't even want to create an attachment to that. So this is why I understand many teachers who awaken, they don't share anything, because you just detach and you go into the stillness, and you don't want people to attach to you. And so I really want you to know that the way back home is through you, through your own mind, through your personal journey, and God exists in the here and now. You have all the wisdom inside of you. You can get all of these answers. You can get all of these feelings and experiences by yourself. No one out there needs to take you back home. It's your personal journey. Just like what I've done, throughout my life, I've listened to podcasts or read books, or had teachers that I resonate with, and I meditate with someone who I resonate with, and they've said to me, I'm not your teacher, I'm you're your own teacher, and I just want to share that with you too. I'm conscious awareness communicating, and what's happening is the conscious awareness that's in you is going, yes, I know this to be true. So your inner compass is awakening. And because I can channel high frequency light, because I've shed so many layers and continue to do that, it's my life's work, it's my inner personal experience, and it's your personal experience too. Because I do that, I can channel higher and higher frequency light, and I think that is then what's magnetic. That's what calls people to work with certain people. It's that vibration. And so because you're at a vibration that's connecting with the vibration of me, and so it's helping you on your journey, but do not attach to the words or the energy or whatever it is that I'm sharing. Just be aware of it, and then go deeper, go in the journey. There's some writings, I can't remember who's written it, but it says, if you see Buddha on the path, kill him. And I understand that now. It's like, don't attach to any teacher or anyone who's gotten far to enlightenment. I mean, enlightenment's such an interesting word. I just don't think we've got a word that can explain this. I use the word awakening. So don't attach to anyone who's already gotten there or who's on the journey. Keep going further in your exploration of the self. The true self is where you're getting to experience more and more of as you move through the veil of the mind. You're coming back to truth, and all the answers are inside of you. So it's wonderful to have guides and others that are experiencing it too, that create clicks and understandings and help you to go further, but never get to a cap or a place that you think, oh, I've reached it. Go further and further and further, because it's a never-ending journey, but it's not a pushing of going further, and it's not an attachment to an idea of getting further. It's an inner knowing of whatever's happening now is divinely perfect, and then there'll be another moment, and wherever you're at, just having this inner knowing that there's so much that can be experienced. You can be full, beautifully awakened and alive, life living through you. You can have vibrations and energies and feel this life, God, here while you are in the body. Like, why wait till you die? Awaken while you're alive. This is the feeling. So this is the message that's coming through now, and it feels we'll do a little meditation to let this integrate. So close your eyes. And let's be in silence. Just all of these words and energies. Notice where they're landing inside of your body. Just observe through your body the ever-presence of God. Bring your awareness into your heart. Observe your heartbeat. And you may notice that you don't just feel it in your chest. It's throughout your whole body. this great intelligence that beats your heart is the truth, is God. You are home. Take this awareness with you wherever you go. When you speak, when you experience, when you think, when you do, all of it. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, opening your eyes, coming fully back. Enjoy the integration. Namaste.